Unzombified! I'm glad you've come back to watch some more reviews. Your continued patronage makes me very happy. And when I'm happy, that means you're off the menu. So, let's get on to business. Today's movie is the 2005 Irish film Boy Eats Girl, written by Derek Landy and directed by Stephen Bradley. This movie is about a high school boy named Nathan that is absolutely in love with one of his best friends, Jessica. A misunderstanding happens between Nathan and Jessica, and he accidentally commits suicide. His mom brings him back through forbidden hoodoo voodoo magic, and before we know it, half of Nathan's class is turned into zombies. The movie starts off with a bit of foreshadowing. A restoration artist, Mom in this case, is working in the local church. She goes downstairs to put her stuff away, and when she pushes a paint can onto the shelf, a can behind it falls out of the back of the cabinet and down a set of hidden stairs. Of course we have to go investigate. So we slowly creep downstairs and we find a whole bunch of creepy old religious stuff, and the light's already on in the corridor. Seems to me a waste of electricity to light a corridor you're just going to board off anyway. We're met with the Sacred Order of Foreign Missionaries vault, and we decide to enter. There's an altar of bones and candles lit around the room, and a book of voodoo. Really? In a church? As we're looking at the book,
doing here? This crypt is the deconsecrated resting place of the missionaries who strayed from the path. To disturb them is to rouse their blackened hearts.
All right, Father, listen here. Why are the lights on down here? And why do you have candles lit on the altar of bones? Have you strayed from the path? Cut to our four main characters, Nathan, Jessica, Diggs, and Henry, driving home from school. They drop Jessica off, and we learn the plight of Nathan.
They go after you, idiot.
But when Adam asked Jenny out, and she said no, the whole thing got really messy, and I don't want that for me and Chase.
The next day at school, Diggs sidetracks Nathan with some absurd story about some naked woman in a bar, while Henry texts Jessica to meet Nathan at the shack that night because he's got something very important to tell her. Nathan goes to the shack to wait. Jessica tries to leave her house, but her dad won't let her and sends her back up to her room. After waiting for a bit, Nathan realizes that he's not getting any service on his cell phone, and so he leaves to try to find a payphone. Jessica sneaks out of her bedroom window, and of course they miss each other. Mr. Frears tells Nathan that Jessica left with another boy, not realizing that she's no longer up in her room. Nathan walks home with a downtrodden heart in the rain, and Jessica gets to the shack to find Nathan has already left, but she finds the numerous love notes that he wrote while he waited. She heads out into the rain to walk home, and she's picked up by the high school man whore, and a serious misunderstanding happens.
Piss off, Kenneth.
Nathan proceeds home to get drunk, and all of his teenage heartbroken angst decides to put a noose around his neck. He decides that it's not worth it, and he tries to get the noose off, but his mom comes in and accidentally knocks the chair out from underneath his feet with the door. And the zombie is created. Nathan goes through some changes from Cottonmouth.
Sure you're okay?
My throat's very dry.
Here, have some more water.
Being hungry for flesh.
I'm just hungry, that's all.
Super strength. Nice. And those pesky little I'm dead signs.
Oh, shit.
And Mom has a visitor.
book of pagan trickery has gone missing from my crypt. Those who were resurrected had the desire to eat the living flesh of others. If you have that book, return it now.
Oh no, you mean this is going to end badly? Who would have thunk it? But for sawdust, farts, and cackles, let's just see where this goes.
Nauseous? Headaches, maybe? Voices?
What?
Nothing. Nathan, you may have noticed that your body's going through some changes. You probably have new urges that you haven't experienced before.
You know, this day could not get any worse.
Well, see, that's her problem. She should have followed the advice in chapter 2, page 28. It explains everything here. Even though Nathan still isn't feeling well and is still very mad at Jessica, he decides to go to the Friday night disco. And he leaves with the class slut Cheryl that has had her eye on him forever, but alive, he didn't want anything to do with her. She throws herself at him and realizes that, well, he's dead. She walks away laughing to tell her friends. Cheryl's boyfriend comes out to kick some butt, and utter, complete mayhem begins.
We're against the screw, Jessica.
And those little incontinuities and flubs that tend to drive me crazy always make appearances when the zombies come out to play. Watch the top horizontal bar on the fence. As the teacher smashes through it, it breaks, but doesn't come completely off. He has to duck under it. But as he puts the fence pieces back up, the horizontal bar is cleanly sawn off and attached to the posts. And then when he hits the kid in the head, the nail comes out clean. Which means that this is the first zombie movie that I've ever seen where a headshot doesn't kill. Wonder if that's real or not. Nathan is finally starting to figure out that something's not quite right with him, but he can't quite put his finger on it. He has absolutely no idea what he created during the fight the night before. Mom is trying to figure out more. It's not a real website. It was actually a Word document created specifically for this scene, so don't try to look it up online. Mom confronts Nathan about what is really happening to him.
I made some mistake. There's no pain. Your heart doesn't beat, and your blood doesn't flow. You want to eat human flesh.
Nathan runs off to find out what kind of damage he actually did the night before. When he sees what's happened, he promptly runs to the sheriff's department and tries to get himself arrested. When that fails, he runs home to try to find weapons in the garage to take care of the situation himself. Mom locks him in. Meanwhile, the whole town is just going to hell in a handbasket.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
After the video store incident, Henry and Diggs hide out in the car to see a whole mob of zombies run past towards Jessica's house. They deliberate for a few moments on what to do and decide to give Jessica a call to tell her to hide and that they're on their way. But first, they go pick up Nathan.
Oh, fuck. We're one of them. Nathan, it's us, man. We're your friends. We don't want to hurt you.
After Mom locks Nathan in the garage, she heads over to the local church to return the Book of Voodoo and seek help from the Father. In the vault, the priest attacks Mom, and during the struggle, he's bitten by the king snake that conveniently lives in the vault and returns back to normal. Mom grabs the snake and runs off to save her son. It seems as if everybody ends up at Jessica's house, living or dead. And when things start to turn bleak for certain survivors, Jessica comes in to save the day. And of course, they go to seek refuge in the barn, but not for long. They recede up into the loft and are in the beginning stages of throwing burning bales of hay down on the zombies. Nathan's mom drives in.
Let it bite you, Nathan. It's the cure.
But it's never just that easy, is it? Nathan drops the snake below and his mom's in trouble, so he has to jump down to take care of business. But in the process, he finally turns into a full-blown zombie. He climbs up to the loft to try to eat his friends, and we have a nice little touching scene.
Oh, Nathan, don't do this. Please fight.
And he fights the disease. And then he gets bit by the snake and turns back to normal right before Jessica, Diggs, and Henry escape. And as they're walking down the driveway, Nathan walks up. Yeah, his hood saved him. Anyway, they live happily ever after. Boy eats girl, everyone. You know, I just don't know. This movie was sort of like purgatory to me. It was entertaining, but there was nothing that I really loved or hated about the film. There's nothing too memorable that happens, and it's not the type of movie that lends itself to random movie quotes and conversation. I don't know if I would even remember it to refer it to somebody in the long run. The special effects were well done, and the massive kill scene was something new, but that's about it, really. So would I tell you to watch Boy Eats Girl? Sure, you know, it's not a horrible movie. It does have some entertainment value. And besides, you're an individual. You're not some mindless zombie that just follows the masses. Are you? I hope not. I don't want to cram things down your throat. Make up your own mind. That's why you have one. And if you're just going to listen to me rather than use your own brain pan, then do everybody a favor and just send the contents to me. I'll happily munch on it for you. So, you know the drill. zombiechick@gmail.com. And check out laidoffproductions.com as well. You guys, we have some great other shows that I'm sure you would enjoy. I also really greatly appreciate the comments that you have about the show. They make me happy, they make me smile, and, well, to be honest, the marriage proposals are a little flattering. So remember, as long as I'm doing this, I don't have to go hunting for my brains. I'm a sweet domesticated zombie that gets fed. But if I'm no longer supported, then that means I'm back on your streets hunting your brains. So until next time, we'll see ya.